All right, everyone, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Time is 8:05. Then call you. Take roll, please.
Hey there, we've got board members Ben Carpenter and Luke Thomas. Jackie notified the board that she was not going to be able to make it before the meeting started. We also have Hugh McField, Shamika Hines, Andrew Benjamin, Val Noir. I'm not going to say your last name correct. I'm sorry. NWAFOR. Conrad Stewart and Vanessa Lamb.
All right. Thank you for that. You're gonna cover Jackie's stuff, right?
I got it. Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and start off with financial report. Mr. Carpenter.
Yeah, nothing really new to report. We are still rolling along like we have been pretty much all year, staying overall just under budget. So we're still in good shape to maybe add a little bit to our reserves at the end of the year, and good shape to continue into next year, as long as everything stays about as we anticipate as far as the inflation rate and everything like that that's adding to our costs. And as always, you can see financial reports at HOA Butler. Just log in and go into documents, and you can download them and look at them yourselves if you would like to. That's about it.
All right, Ben, go ahead and cover for Jackie.
All right, when we have somebody dialed in, phone number ends in 6216. And another one on 3158. So if you all will let us know who you are in the chat, that'd be great. Jackie has the responsibility of new neighbors. She was going to try and introduce herself to the new neighbor at 507 and 511. I think we have contact for both of those. One's Bobby, and I can't remember the last name of the others. Met a new neighbor, Johnson, last name Johnson, that moved into Compagna's old house. Not sure if Westbrook's old house, not sure of the number. We still have one house for sale. And then some great news. The yard of the month for December and January is going to go to the best decorated house for Christmas. And we had 3 really close houses, but the winner is, can I get a drum roll? 563 Stanhope. Vince and Val, congratulations.
Good job. Wonderful looking house.
Say what now?
I said good job. Wonderful looking house. Then also look at that.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. I think that's all I have for right now. We're still trying to get contact information for a couple people. That's later in the meeting. So that's it. Thanks.
All right. So moving on. I'm still working on reaching back out to the owner of that basketball goal to get it removed. I know they don't have a truck, so they're gonna have to try to find some way to get it removed out of the pool parking area. People are wanting it's been brought up to us about people parking late hours of the night in the pool parking lot. Maybe some suspicious activities. What people they were requesting, can we put rope off the entrance, make it a tow-away zone? I put out there that I think it's my opinion, but as far as the board members, we don't have one here right now, so we'll reach out and discuss that a little bit more. But my opinion with that is there's a couple of homes right at the beginning of the neighborhood. If they have guests over and they park on the street like everybody else's guests would do, they would be blocking the entrance and the exits. So due to that, I don't have a problem with people parking But it's the suspicious activity that has been noted or been seen. And not just at nighttime either. Sometimes during the day, there's been suspicious activity at the pool. But we'll reach back with the board when we have all three of us and discuss everybody else's opinion on that. And put that to a vote if they want to put chains up, or if investing in cameras would be a better option. That way, if something does happen, we will have a way to keep track of the safety of the pool, parking lot damage, and keep our neighborhood one of the top neighborhoods in Old Air. We have an upcoming election coming up this first of the year. We got one open position. Jackie's position is open. She has expressed interest in running again. But if anybody else wants to put their name in the hat, please go on the Butler website and put your name in as a nomination. Do that pretty quickly so that we can get the ballots out in a timely manner. If you have any questions about accessing on the Butler, just reach out to any of the board members. We'll be happy to give you assistance with that. And there'll be some more information coming from Ben Collier in the newsletter. If you're not receiving a newsletter in your email, or you've heard of some of your neighbors might not be receiving one, please have them reach out to us as well so we can get their contact information and get that pushed through so that everybody can receive a newsletter. And I believe we're only doing those by email. And I think maybe posting them on the Facebook page as well. Is that correct, Ben?
Yeah, we're definitely sending out emails. Have we been posting them on the Facebook page, Ben?
I don't really remember.
I don't know
if
that we
have.
posted
I don't
all
think
of
we
them,
have
but
been.
maybe
I think we've just
yeah.
been emailing.
Right.
Email reaches everybody. Facebook reaches some folks. But yeah, if anybody is not receiving it, just reach out to board@canterburyhills. Is it .org? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, CanterburyHills.org.
CanterburyHills.org.
Yeah, and we'll make sure they get it added.
And also bringing that up about the Facebook page, we have been having a lot of requests come into the neighborhood for people wanting to join the Facebook page. I know myself and Carrie have been working on accepting only those that are actual neighbors. We've been trying to come up with maybe a couple of questions different to see if to validate that person, because there'll be a lot of houses, totally different people for the same house trying to get on. And what they're trying to do is get in and do soliciting. We're trying to keep the page from outsiders soliciting in the neighborhood. And with that, if you know you're trying to get a family member that lives in the house in the neighborhood onto the Facebook page, please just let us know. That way, when we see it, we can go ahead and automatic accept that, and they'll be on.
Or I would add, Luke, you know, if anybody gets denied and you do actually live here, just reach back out specifically to a board member or one of the moderators and just, you know, just explain that you know, you do live here and offer some proof and if necessary, and we'll get you on there. But I think the, like you said, Luke, maybe coming up with some new questions would help. And if you answer the questions, then we can usually figure out that, yes, you do live here.
Yeah, I've had some people even after a year or so living here finally try to get accepted, and I was reaching out to them on Messenger. I was like, yeah, I've been here for a year. I live right here. Oh, gotcha, and I accept it. And then we have some that try to say they've been here for a while and they're just you look at their Facebook pages, they're apologize for the interruption. 1 second. Sorry about that. We'll do what we can to get you added on into the neighborhood as soon as possible. Missing contact info for new homeowners at 224 Sturry. I believe it's Ryan Mullen. 279 Sturry and 562 Sturry. 528 Stanhope is currently listed for sale. So we've had a couple of houses go up and get sold pretty quickly. So I think right now the only one that is not under a contract is the Nolan's old house down here in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, so I just updated that in the notes. It's probably just didn't show up yet on yours, but you're correct. Rebecca's house sold already. And the Johnsons, I believe, moved into 528. So just one house for sale, 279. We do need to reach out to the folks. I'll send a note to Jackie that moved into 562 into Rebecca Reed's old house. So we can get theirs. The Johnsons have reached out and we have their info. We just don't have Ryan's info. We have the lady who lives there. I can't think of her name. Rachel. We have Rachel's contact. We just don't have Ryan's.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
So board members, do you have anything else you need to pass out before we open floor?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, now we're going to open up the floor for questions. We're trying to keep it to a 2-minute time limit. If we don't get it completely, all your questions asked in that time frame, give other people a couple of turns to come through, and we will come back to you. So at this time, the floor is open. Please raise your hand in the comments, and we will. Let's see, Ms. Shamika's got her hand up first. Go ahead, Ms. Shamika.
Hello, everyone. A couple of things. First, with the financial reports, can someone list the pathway from the portal so that we can go directly to the financials? Because I would like to review the last 3 years, because I've never received a financial report since I moved in. That's number one. Number two, we need some maintenance done to the trees at the mailbox because the trees are overgrowing the mailbox. Number three, the people in the neighborhood that have stated that they can't or roam in the neighborhood needs to be held accountable for those animals, because if they're their animals and they're allergic or whatever the case is, it's not everyone's issue. No one wants to be picking up behind somebody loose animals. Plus, we have several animals that roam in the streets at night. I had to slam on brakes many times for a little bitty, tiny, small white dog that's always out in the front area. And lastly, you guys stated about the website, the Facebook page. The Facebook page should only be made open to homeowners, and there needs to be an audit, because the Facebook page was open to more than homeowners. And I was recently attacked on the page by several homeowners because I made a comment about a specific person that is not a homeowner. So that's contradictory, saying that we're trying to keep it open to homeowners only, but because we have a special light in our hearts for certain people, we have opened the doors. That's not fair, and that's not following the rules. I'm done.
Thank you. Appreciate your concern with that. We'll take a look at the trees and we'll reach back with that with the Facebook issue, people on the page that shouldn't be, and we'll try to see about coming about a different way of getting that information out that may be needed. And once again, off of what she has said, we do want to try to keep the Facebook page where it's not getting so the comments aren't getting way too out of hand with each other. Sometimes that some of the posts do, in my opinion, may go a little bit too far. So let's just all try to let's minimize the type of comments that we use towards each other in here as well. And as far as the dogs go, I agree. We need to make sure that I do understand dogs do get out, but there's a difference of dogs getting out and dogs being continuously let out. So that is something that does need to be put under control a little bit more, because one, the dog's going to get hit by a car. Two, there are people who are afraid of dogs regardless of the size. So I do agree with that. So if you do have small dogs, big dogs, don't be letting them out without a leash. We do understand, sometimes they get out the house, but there's definitely a difference in getting out of the house and being let out the house. So thank you, Shamika. Next we have Andrew Benjamin. Floor is yours.
No, it's Antoinette. Well, it's both of us.
Okay.
My concern is on December 13th at 6:26, there was 3 adolescents that was unsupervised at a house in the driveway. All 3 juveniles came running out of a driveway with their hands pointed as if it was positioned as a gun towards my car, causing me to swerve into other traffic to the opposite lane. I told the 3 juveniles to get their butt back on the sidewalk before I called their parents. One juvenile ran back into their house and the other 2 just stood there. This is very dangerous. Juveniles should not be unsupervised. Pointing your finger as it's a gun at a car is very dangerous. That's playing Russian roulette, and that can lead to other serious things happening, as in people getting seriously hurt or even worse, dying. This is not a joke. This happened. This has happened actually before another time. Parents, know where your juveniles are at all times. And if anybody would like to know if it was their kid, they can inbox me. But this has happened before, and it's the same 3 juveniles. And the other time it happened was on August 25th at 4:25, to be exact. This is ridiculous. And no juveniles reserve the right to even be playing like that. The streets are for cars, not for children. That's all I have.
Thank you for the info. Appreciate it. Ben Collier.
Hey, I just had 2 things I was gonna say. I'm as far as the animals, if we know who owns the animals, I think we can personally one-on-one say something to the person. But if we don't know who owns them, animal control's probably we the board are not able to handle animals that aren't ours, and we shouldn't be attempting to do that. So I'm not saying that it's okay for animals to be roaming the neighborhood. I'm saying that if individual homeowners have a grievance about that, I would hope that the first thing they would do would be reach out to the owner if they know the owner. But if they don't, probably animal control is your next step. The board can't, capture animals or things like that. We don't have anything in the covenants, that would allow us to discipline homeowners for animals being, roaming.
Yeah, I'm not sure that last part's true, just so that
Okay.
I think we do have, nuisance clauses and things like that in the covenants that,
But do we have, are we able to find people for that? That's what I
yeah,
was
it
saying.
it
I
can be a
don't know that
covenant
we have
violation,
disciplinary.
creating an ongoing nuisance can be, that can be treated as a covenant violation. So,
Okay, so I think then it needs to be reported just like any other violation.
Right.
Reported through the website then.
right. I would say you're right that first, as far as the first thing to do would be to contact the owner if you know who that is. And if you don't, then yes, I would say you can submit a violation. If it's something that's been ongoing, then submit a violation report. Anybody can do that at any time at hoabutler.com. And as you said, contact animal control, because they're the ones who know how to handle those things. So
The other thing I had was about the children playing in the street. You mentioned, Miss Benjamin mentioned that she was going to reach out to the parents. And so I hope that's the first step, is to reach out to the parents. Because I have, well, I don't have kids anymore. I guess I did have kids, but if it was one of mine, I'd want to know. Please reach out to me if that is the case. That's it. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Ben. Do we have anybody else? I see Antoinette, is your hand still up to?
Yeah, my hand's back up. No, actually, I will not reach out because I have actually before. But if anybody would like to know, was it their child, they can definitely say, hey, because I will tell you it happened on Sturry. So I will not reach out to the parents who juveniles were involved. Maybe I'll just submit it to Butler and let Butler take care of it, and follow up with Butler to make sure that they're taking care of it. Because parents who don't have eyes on their children and they're causing a distraction like that, and it could be a serious accident that can cause death, especially if it's on head-on collision, that definitely needs to be rectified and effective immediately. So no, I will not reach out to the parents. If anybody would like to know if it was their child on Sturry at 626 on Tuesday, I have the addresses too, where it happened at. Definitely can contact my husband or myself, and I would definitely, am I still on?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're still here.
I would definitely let them know. But it was 3 juveniles that was unsupervised at that time, and it was very dark. So like I said, this is not a game. This actually happened. This is the second time it's happened. And parents, have your eyes on your children at all times. That's it. So yeah, so I'll probably just be sending this out to Butler. I've made some other documentation too also. So maybe we can make this community a little bit better, that people can reach out to other people and make it a little bit more comfortable, and people be more receptive when people reach out. So if we can start doing that, then people will be more receptive of, because that's a great broad ideal that, oh, you can just reach out to people. That's great. But in hindsight, that's not the community that we have. So like I said, if you know that your kids were unsupervised, you can contact. If not, we'll definitely send it up to Butler, and then other.
I'm not sure what happened there, but time's up.
All right. All right, anybody else? We'll hold your input and we'll get that out to the parents and stuff. If anybody else who might want to know, definitely feel free to reach out. With any questions you may have with us. All right. Let's. Oh, she hung up, I guess. You got your hand back up, Antoinette?
No, I just, let me take it down. No, we don't have our hands up anymore.
All right. Anybody else have any concerns or inputs, anything that might need to be seen in the neighborhood? I'll take to the ACC to get, see what we can find out about getting repairs and stuff looked at. Please feel free to reach out to anyone that's on the board if you got any questions or you got any concerns. We don't mind taking calls or emails or texts. So just let us know if you got any concerns. And with that being said, board members, do you have anything else?
No,
Hold on, Ms. Shamika's back. Go ahead, Ms. Shamika.
Just one last thing. You all mentioned the parking lot for the neighbors. There was a neighbor that stated specifically, and I screenshotted it in case you want to know who it is, that stated that their child's science teacher parked in the parking lot and walked her dog. And I think the science teacher lives, I guess, in the new home on Wilson. Is our neighborhood just open for other people from other communities to come in and walk their dogs and park their cars?
No, it should not have other dogs being walked in the neighborhood just on their own. If they're visiting with a neighbor, and they honestly should be parking near that neighbor they're visiting. I do agree with that. So yeah, other outside neighbors shouldn't be coming to park in the neighborhood unless they're visiting those first couple of houses at the neighborhood, in my opinion. But yeah, no, we shouldn't have any outside neighbors parking and walking their animals in our neighborhood.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, does anybody else have any questions? All right, at this time, 8:33 on 12/21/2022, I'm calling the meeting adjourned. Everybody have a good night, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And good job with the lights.